I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick-Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick-Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am your host, Manningsman. Hope everybody doing well. Hope everybody doing fine on this blessed Monday morning. It is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Yes, we always give thanks to the Most High God because it is in Him we live and move and have our being. Yeah, man. Listen, I have some big things. All right. CC says he wants to call in and make a point at one. Definitely, CC, not a problem. Big up yourself, my boss. Good job yesterday, you and Zidane Matthews over there on commentary. But right, see, me have a clip of you on the commentary and the analysis to drop, So make sure you stay tuned for listen to that, It's going to be my joke of the day. I don't play right away, CC. But people, listen. Yeah, man. We're giving thanks for life and life more abundantly. You understand me? We have a lot to cover today, and we're doing actually 2 shows today. You understand? We're doing 2 shows today. Yeah, man, we're doing 2 shows today. So, we're doing one at around 4:30 as well. Just previewing or looking at the game, which is the U17 game that comes up later today, where Jamaica will be going up against they'll be going up against no other than St. Lucia in the first game of their qualifying competition in CONCACAF to see if they can make it to a U17 World Cup. It has been quite a while since Jamaica has qualified for one of these. And so, we're hoping that this team can pull through and bring us some glory. To Coach Freddie Butler and the rest of the staff over there and all the players. And, those family members would have traveled to the tournament to support their kids. Blessings to you all. And again, we're wishing you all the very best, all right, as you seek to qualify. Yeah, we have a couple of things that I want to run by you. You understand me? So watch this right now. You understand me? Yeah, we have a couple of things. Let me just do this. All right, let me give you the very important things. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share the content. Very important, right? So hit the like button, subscribe, and share. All right. And if you do that, it will be much appreciated. That is how you show your love and your support for I Am Sure Sports. Hitting the like button, subscribing, and sharing. And so comments are important. We will respond to those. But right now, if you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe to the platform. Very easy to do. Also, you share and you like the video. All right. Now, let me just encourage you today. Big up Drew Ross, aka Drew Fortis. You understand me? Bless up. This is in Exodus chapter 14. It says, "The Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace." You understand me? And or you can stand still. So the Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. You understand me? I don't know what you're going through today. But if you serve the Lord, you understand me, just know that the Lord will fight for you so you can hold your peace. You don't have to win every battle. You don't have to argue with everybody. You don't have to get up and want to, get into disputes, and you don't have to defend yourself. The Lord will fight for you. You understand me? And I've learned that in my life, that sometimes the best way to win is to leave people to their own demise, to leave people and let the rope run out. Don't pursue, don't fight them, don't argue with them. Just leave them alone and keep your peace. Don't let people disturb your peace of mind, the peace in your heart, and the peace in your life. Don't do that. Let them be. Let them be. Let them be. Exodus 14:14. The Lord will fight for you. Let the Most High God be your defense, and you shall hold your peace. Let the Lord fight for you. You don't have nothing to prove to anybody. Be you. Seriously, you have nothing to prove. Be you. Because oftentimes when we take up some of the things, they become more headache and stress to us. Just leave those things alone. Let the Lord fight your battle. Because the battle is not ours now. The battle is the Lord. It was the same David when he saw the great Philistine giant called Goliath. He says, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine who tries to defy the army of the Lord?" The battle is not ours, man. But is the Lord. He said to the Philistine giant Goliath, "You come to me with a sword and a shield, but I come to you in the name of the Lord. God is our defense." You understand me? Hallelujah. Amen. We have to clap for that. Yeah, man. Praise be to the Most High. Yeah, man. We continue to look to the hills from whence cometh our help. Our help come from the Lord. Demo, my brethren. I know it has been a lot for you, my brother. Bless up yourself. Demo. You understand me? I know you had a death in the family and funeral and all of that. You see me, my boss. So, Demo, hope the man doing well, You see me, Demo Dre. Bless up yourself every time, I know you also were fighting some ailments. You understand me? Yeah. Exodus 14:14. Wisdom and knowledge. Check it out. Exodus chapter 14, verse 14. Right there. Yeah. You understand me? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So big up all of the Reno people, them, Yeah, man, because Reno go on good. Yeah, man, Reno go on good down there in the tier 2. Yeah. Yeah, man, Reno going on good. I think they won yesterday. They defeated the Mount Pleasant Juniors at Frome 2-0. And so they are leading. Yep. So Reno is leading their group. They are on 9 points from 3 games. So I mean they have a perfect record. You understand? Limal from St. Ann leads the other group. as well. They have won all 3 games that they have participated in. Yesterday, Duncan's drew, man. Duncan's played the first game at Frome. They played against a team called Petersfield, and that game ended 1-1. You understand me? Yeah. So that's how just some of the results from the tier 2 on Saturday. That's how that went down. Some good track and field. The Calabar sprinters, Byron, Walker, and Garden. I mean, they're putting out some very good times in terms of high school. It looked like Calabar will give KC a run for their money this year at champs, at least on the track, because they are producing some of the better times. But we're gonna have some more of that as well. But people, before we get into the real deal and the meal, I have to play this, I have to play this. Big up to Jason. You understand me? Yeah. Jason, bless up yourself, Richard Green. Yeah, right. Must be a KC man attack saying it's the KC man. Them KC man. Yo, it's them KC man more wild. Salty. You see Salty. You see Salty. Me do my video, Salty. I'm here talk about my team, Salty. And you come on me. You come in the comment section, Salty. And you went into the comment section, Salty. Make sure we say that this is Salty. And in the comment section, Salty, you start talk about guard of honor for Liverpool and thing. And you see what happened to you? The team that is at the bottom of the championship end up beating you, Salty. Leave the Arsenal business to me, Salty. Don't come and try challenge the Arsenal business. You see what happened to you? All right. But big up to Jason. Not Guna, the other Jason. You understand? Bless up yourself. So he made this clip that we were discussing, and I hope people can hear it. So if you can't, just let me know. But listen to this now, man.
Looping cross at the far post, brought down, headed towards goal now, and just goal. Faith is a cruel. Faith is a cruel mistress. Faith is a cruel mistress. Own goal by Trinidad. That ball by Demario Phillips, square to Nicola Fuller. Nicola Fuller putting it back into the box. Arboin heading it off target, and the defender, unfortunately, putting it in his own goal. And Faith is a cruel mistress. Trinidad did not deserve this. However, the Jamaicans found a way and they got back into the game. 1-1.
Well, once again, the Mario Phillips has played for Jamaica and has made a difference. He made a difference in Montego Bay, and he has made a difference tonight. That was a good passage of play with Auburn Phillips and also McGee, who slipped a nice ball in, and Phillips did well to stay onside. That ball at the back post was floated.
Hey, people, when things nice, you have to play them twice.
Looping cross. Phillips with a looping cross at the far post. Brought down. Headed towards goal now. And just goal. Faith is a cruel. Faith is a cruel mistress. Faith is a cruel. By Demario Phillips. Square.
All right, people.
To Nicola Fuller. Nicola Fuller putting it back into the box. Arboin heading it off target, and the defender, unfortunately, putting it in his own goal. And Faith is a cruel mistress. Trinidad did not deserve this. However, the Jamaicans found a way and they got back into the game. 1-1. Well, once again.
Hi. People, you hear that? You hear that? Faith is a cruel mistress. Well, I never do this, yeah? Faith is a cruel mistress. Faith is a cruel. All right. So first thing, CC. The player name is not Nicola. The man name is not Nicola Fuller. All right? That is not the man name. Let me talk to you. And it is not Barn. The man name Barn is not Barn. is AR. So if you have AR, you'd say Arborn. That's the name. Arborn. Arborn. Not barn. Not barn. Not Nicalia Fuller. Right? Good job, I'm not gonna beat you, know, because commentary was good. You did talk about Giselle at the girls' game. Now you come on with this. Faith is a girl mistress. Big up yourself, see. That is a joke of the day still. Still calling that one, you know. I would, hey, listen, please, if you know go put in the man name, Natalia, put it, hey, if you know go put, please make sure that you all have the youth name correct. There you go. Thank you. There you go. There you go. You understand me? So make sure we all have the correct name of the people. You understand me? Yeah. All right? All right, please make sure we pronounce the name right. You understand me? But big up yourself, CC. Big up yourself, Zidane. So I had to play that. That is the joke of the day. All right. Faith is a girl, miss. Girl, mistress. Girl, mistress. You mean to Trinidad? Nicalia. Who gave it that name? That was CC. That was not on the match card, boss. CC. That was not the name on the match card. That was not the name. All right, CC. That was not the name on the match card. That was not the name on the match card, CC. Do not tell me that. All right? All right? All right, moving right along, people. So let's get into the meat of the matter. CC say he will be calling me at 1, and then we can talk a little about a bit about this. All right? Very but good, be supporter. Bless up yourself. Good news, people. March, I believe, is going to be exciting times for the Jamaica Reggae Boys when they go up against St. Vincent and the Grenadines in a two-legged tie to qualify for the Summer Gold Cup. You understand me? And then after that, there will be the World Cup qualifiers. I think exciting times. I'm looking forward to what our team will look like. So I can't wait for that time to come. You understand me? I think it will be very, very exciting. But 5 takeaways. From hey, Mr. Porter, I need to ask you about a youth we're playing Mississauga, up some academy up there, We need to talk about it. His father is a farmer, Jamaican top jockey. A Jamaican top jockey. Okay. You got the wrong one. You should have used the one with me do. You should have used the one that I did, CC, and then you'd have had the right one. You had the wrong one. So that's why you get the name wrong. Yeah. His father was a top jockey in Jamaica, but we need to talk. But he can play under 20 for Jamaica. Here that is a big thing over there in Canada. Mississauga. Father is a former Jamaica top jockey. So they are going to be coming to Jamaica to deal with their documentation. So we need to talk. I need to connect you on them and thing, Yeah, man, they just reached out to me over the weekend. Yeah. All right. Yeah, man. Yo. Oh, what? One more food in the building. Up my brethren. Up my brethren. Yo, people, you know that we have a group of us, around 5 of us, 2 Omars, 1 Marlon, 1 Dwight, and 1 Nascimento. Right? Yeah. And we kind of grew up together. So you see, every time I see one of them in the comment section, I see it, big up yourself. What you mean, man? What you mean, man? How old is he, man? He's 18, Christopher, right? He's 18 years old. So I think he qualifies to play for the under 17. Don't want to say his name yet. You understand me? Until I talk to Mr. Porter privately. But looking forward to the March window. But let's talk about the Super Bowl. I am so surprised. I never expected this type of a Super Bowl performance or result. I never expected a blowout. Honestly, I never saw that. I never saw that coming any at all. I don't know. I don't know if anyone predicted this, but I never saw that coming. I never saw it coming. 40-22. I mean, the game was basically done from halftime. I really thought like Patrick Mahomes, who I think is one of the top, quarterbacks in this generation, would have done well. But I am telling you, what the Philadelphia Eagles did to them was tremendous. I'm very happy for Shaquan Barkley, the Giant, who was at the Giant, and I'm telling you, I mean, he was struggling at the Giants, and man, 25 carries, 57 yards, which was not bad. You understand me? So that's rushing yards by him. So I thought that was very, very good. Hurts, the quarterback, just 1 interception, 2 touchdown. I don't know. It was such a strange game. Strange game. Like never anticipated it. You understand me? Patrick Mahomes was very poor. He had 2 interceptions. He had more touchdown, but the run game for the Chiefs, just it wasn't happening. It wasn't happening, and I think that led to him. I think the most rushing yards they had was by Patrick Mahomes, 25 rushing yards, people. That is poor enough. And then Worthy had 157 yards in terms of receiving yards. So they didn't really do well offensively. They didn't. I don't know what happened. And this is why I like stuff like the NBA, because in the NFL, if you get to the Super Bowl or one of the conference finals and you have a bad game, that is it. With the NBA, you have the opportunity to have a second game and a third game and a fourth game. And I think if this was a 3-game Super Bowl final, which is not going to happen, like Kansas City would probably come back, because I don't see them having 3 of these games any at all. Right? But kudos to the Eagles and winning the Super Bowl, because they did lose to Kansas City a couple seasons back in the Super Bowl. So for them to come back and win is tremendous as well. You understand me? So it's kind of like 1-1 right now. All right. Yeah. All right. So that's number one. The second thing I want to talk about is the U20 girls. So I'm taking it from the last thing all the way up to the 5 things from the Trinidad and Tobago game. So the U20 girls will be going into their qualifiers, I think, at the end of this month. All right. And I think one of the stuff that affected the U17 girls is a limited preparation that they have. Now, I don't know how many camps they have had, because this is the issue with the football many times. It is the involvement of parental support to do some of these things. All right. So what have been the preparation? Where are they preparing? When do they start preparing? We cannot prepare a team in 2 weeks' time to participate in this type of a competition. We have to find a way of having the players consistently coming together and preparing if we want to qualify. Now, again, it could be that we want to participate and not necessarily qualify. And if qualification comes, then good. But I believe when we enter tournaments at the youth level and at the senior level, the first priority is qualifying for the tournament, which means preparation is critical. All right. Remember, there is no ongoing U20 football for girls being played or under 17 or Premier League football for girls. So, how are the local girls getting in shape and being much conditioned to go and participate in a tournament like this? So let me help you. The U20, the U17 boys had this benefit. And every time I do my videos, I'm going to talk about it because the success to this point with this U17, no, we're not counting our chicken before they hatch. All right. They have not qualified yet. But just based on the preparation, we harbor high hopes of them qualifying. This is because we have seen an intense period of preparation. All right? We have seen that for more than a year. Now, the truth is some of the players who were there at the first camp, I don't think any of them are here in this squad, probably one or two. But at least you had a lot of preparation to make the best selection and to create a system of play that they have been consistent with. How did that work? It worked because parents who, even some of the kids did not make the final cut, all right, when it is calculated in Jamaican dollars, spent millions, so Jamaican dollars, so that their kids could be at these training camps and be in preparation. No, I think it's something that we need to look at on the female side. The female side is important, because we have had success in female football. So we need to find a way, because we have never had a female team, even when we had Bonnie Shaw in it, qualifying for a World Cup, or when we had Jodie Brown, or Tashana Vincent. We have never had that. Or Kania Plummer, we have never had that. So we need to find a module that works to get our youth team on the girl side qualifying. Yes, we need to have the grassroots that we discussed a few weeks ago, that we are going to do our part to do that. All right? But here is the truth. It requires money to do the preparation. And therefore, I think partnership is important, where between the federation and the parent, there needs to be this partnership for those parents who can afford it, because not every parent can afford it. So, but there may be some who say that, listen, this is an opportunity for my son, this is an opportunity for my daughter, and I'm willing to invest in them. And it will work. Sometimes you make investments and they don't work. Sometimes you make them and they work. All right. So I believe that ideally, in the perfect environment, these U20 girls should have more time with a collective group to go into the qualifiers, because they can't meet for 3 weeks before the tournament and basically like qualify, unless you have some of the top players at the U20 in the region. And maybe we do. Maybe our team is comprised of 6 or 7 of the top under 20 players. And that will give us an added edge, though the preparation time is limited. I do not believe so, though it could be the possibility. I want you to understand what I'm saying. So, I don't know, but I feel like this is going to be a little bit difficult for this U20 to qualify, given the limited preparation time. But as a Jamaican, I'm 100% behind them in terms of support. I witnessed some struggles with our U17 girls, and I hope I don't see those same struggles with the under 20 girls. As a Leighton, who's kind of familiar with some of the happenings, he says, Mannings, there were 3 or 4 camps since November, but I'm not sure how many foreign-born players from those camps got the documentation in time. Haven't seen the final squad. Yeah, important observation. That thanks for that, Leighton. So they have had camps, 3 to 4 camps. Again, you don't know, and I know that there was a camp where some overseas players came in. I don't know how if it is the same group. So it is, and that is in November. This is now the time that they should be in camp from the beginning of February all the way to the start of the competition, playing games. So the team need to be playing practice games before they go to the competition, as the U17 did. No, it does not guarantee that the U17 will qualify now, because nothing is guaranteed. Remember, faith is a cruel mistress. Faith is a cruel mistress. So there is no guarantee that the U17 will qualify. All right? But what we can say is that it is not preparation that will be their demise, because we would have seen that the preparation was intense. Maybe it is faith that is their demise. The cruel mistress. Maybe the cruel mistress could hit the U17. We don't know. But we could all look back and say, but they did have they did have good preparation. Yes, indeed. All right. So let me take a couple more. Christopher Wright, bless up yourself, man from Manchester. He said the U20 girls is no joke. The girl game is very serious business. No, not like before. Brian, BAM Sport, bless up yourself, BAM Sports, says massive kudos to the parents, but it is not sustainable, I think. I think it can work. Like I said, that there are some parents who will be able to afford it and some who couldn't. So it needs parental support, private sector interest, and the federation. I think if those three stakeholders can come together, it can work. It can work, because parental partnership may mean getting training venues and resources without necessarily spending money, though there is a cost. Yeah. So for example, BAM Sport, Leighton says, for example, we really need to engage the players / parents earlier, so we aren't worried about documentation at the 11th hour though. All right, so exactly, and this is a key point as well. So I know that when this family reached out to me, the first thing I said to them is, listen, fly to Jamaica, because the father is born in Jamaica. He lives in Jamaica. All right. So I said, listen, you and your son, let him come from Canada to Jamaica and sort out the documentation. Don't ask me when is U20. Don't ask me when is the camp. Don't ask me when is the next match. Don't ask me that. The first thing is, you have an interest, go and sort out the documentation. Because what you don't want is the competition or the game is, and then you're trying to, at the 11th hour, like Clayton says, you're trying to get the documentation. So as soon as someone makes contact with me, I said, go and get the documentation. Go on, you begin to process it on your own, right? Go and process the documentation on your own and have it, because it's always better to have it and don't need it than you need it and you don't have it. And the onus is on the player and their parent to kind of get that part going. Like, let us begin to eliminate the excuses, right? So let it not be said, well, you didn't have your documentation in time and therefore we didn't want to call you. No, you go ahead and process it. Take a flight. Let somebody spend enough money. Be that, because it doesn't hurt. It doesn't shift or change your American or Canadian or English citizenship. All right? Yeah. The senior girls, I think the senior girls are engaged in they have a the next window is in March. Right? The next window is in March. Yeah. All right. So that is my concern with the U20 girls. Just I think I'm not hearing enough in terms of where they're headed and how things are. I wish them all the best, because I think, again, given the success, there is this expectation that because the senior team does so well, I'm talking about female, that there's an expectation that we need to be producing at the junior level, but it's not happening. And I will say it again, on the female side of football, we don't play enough football in Jamaica to produce lots of talent. You will always, in every single country in the world where sports is done, gems will come through. A 1 here, a 2 here, a 3 here. But we need to be consistently produce quality, consistently produce quality that can represent. And for that to happen, and we have a group of guys we are going to be meeting to figure out, how we can get girls playing at primary school and high school for like minimum 6 months of the year. And it's for fun, just to get them engaged in the sport early, and hope that that will ignite a passion in them so that they will want to continue in it. There are so many schools in Jamaica, and I'll tell people, so many schools in Jamaica that don't participate in female football for one reason or the other. Again, what did I say a couple of weeks ago? The JFF is doing a good thing by having a lot of coaches. But outside of the coaches, you have to have the players, because if you don't have any players, who are the coaches going to coach? What we want is more kids playing the game for fun. And then coaches can start academy and working with them and create systems that cause them to develop and grow, and most importantly, get the passion going. And so we have a group of us that we're putting together a program that hopefully can be spread across Jamaica, where prep school and primary school, even in basic school, girls are playing football by themselves. They are not being mixed with boys, but girls are playing against girls from a early age. And I think if we can get that going, right? Yeah, if we can get that going, that would be big. Yeah, man, big up One Umbrella Sports Jamaica, See Fatal Flare in Montego Bay bossing the big tune, you understand me? See, big up One Umbrella Sport, you understand me? Them have a big, I think, Kimani Marley track that they do for the reggae boys. Big things, you understand me? I see them have big billboard at Arnett Gardens as well. So big up to One Umbrella Sports Jamaica, you understand me? Yeah, man. I go on with them things, you understand me? So bless up, we have to give them a shout out, you understand me? And thanks for the likes, man. Other people go and hit the like button, all right? You understand what I mean? So yeah, all right. So now the under 17, they are engaging in qualifiers today. That is the Jamaica under 17. The kickoff there. The kickoff their qualifying games today. Yep, in Guatemala. And the team traveled, they are settled. They had their training yesterday morning. They had their walkthrough as well at the stadium. And so that is important. So we can't wait for the game to begin, so we can, we can see the team out there performing. And like again, there is this expectation that this team is supposed to qualify. That is the expectation. So we're looking forward, looking forward to that, looking forward to how they will perform in the first game. They have had intense preparation, and so therefore that is why the expectation has risen. But nothing is a guarantee. Like CC, the famous CC said, faith is a cruel mistress. Boy, I'm telling you, I'm going to be ringing out that one. Right? But CC, you're going to have to explain to me, bond. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. You understand me? So, yeah, so I know they had the walkthrough. The team, they are in good health. They have no injuries pending. So the players are there. So that is big. Some of them have been having a taste of the local Premier League, and I think it is time now that Jamaica qualify, for the Youth World Cup again. I think the last time we qualified, we had players like Richard Trench and Jason Wright and those guys. That has been years, and so I think this is a crop of players that can qualify. You would have seen the squad, and so there is high expectations as well. And I also know this as well, that because of this, I think the coaching staff will come under serious pressure if the team fails to qualify. Um, I feel like in terms of what could have been done differently, that when the team was departing Jamaica, there should have been like an official press conference, right? When they were departing Jamaica, an official press conference. We have to treat the junior teams with the same kind of professionalism that we treat the senior team. That they're going away, you bring the captain or somebody and the head coach to sit before the people and talk, just like what you do with the senior team. So upon their return, they also come and speak about the team as well. I think we need to look at doing that for all our team. Where to watch the game? It will be on the CONCACAF website, Knowledge Man. So CONCACAF TV has all the games going on because the competition started. It's just that Jamaica has not played as yet. So other teams have been playing, because all the top teams from CONCACAF are playing. Trinidad has played, you know, games as well. Yeah. So let me just give you some of the groups, and so you can understand. So yep. All right. So what should I do? Give you which group you want first? So Jamaica plays St. Lucia today at 5. Dominica plays Aruba. Puerto Rico plays Bonaire. Cuba plays St. Kitts and Nevis. Like I said, Jamaica plays St. Lucia, and Panama plays Grenada. All right. So that is today in terms of so man, Trinidad leading their group, right? So let me give you some results so far. I mean, Belize defeated Dominica 7. Turks and Caicos, they won their game. Those games were played on the 7th. Nicaragua defeated Barbados by 6-0. British Virgin Island defeated St. Martin by 4-0. Curacao 6, Bermuda 1. Trinidad and Guyana played to a 1-1 draw. Nicaragua defeated Belize. These are the Sunday games by a goal to nil. Canada 6, Turks and Caicos nil. Mexico 8, Dominica nil. Trinidad and Tobago 3, British Virgin Island 1. Those are the games on Sunday. Bermuda 1. I think this is Antigua 1. Costa Rica 12, St. Martin nil. And so so those are the games yesterday. So today Jamaica plays St. Lucia at 5 p.m. So let me give you you want the groups and the standings? All right, so let me give you the standings. Group A. Let me give you a group. You want Group A? Group A, Canada leads on 3 points. Curacao second on 3. All right, that's Group A. In that group is Bermuda, Turks and the Caicos, and Anguilla. Group B, Trinidad leads on 4 points. Costa Rica has 3, British Virgin Islands 3, Guyana 1, and St. Martin nil. All right, that's Group B. Group C, Nicaragua leads 6 points, Mexico 3, Belize 3, Barbados nil, Dominica nil. All right. Group D, Bonaire, Honduras, St. Martin, and Puerto Rico. No games have been played in that group. Those games will be played today. Group E, no games have been played yet. Those games will be played today. That's Guatemala, Haiti, Antigua, Barbuda, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All right. Group F has the USA, St. Kitts and Nevis, Cuba, U.S. Virgin Islands. Those games will be played today. And Group G, we have Aruba, Dominica Republic, Grenada, and Panama. Those games will be played today. And then Group H, you have St. Lucia, Cayman Islands, El Salvador, and Jamaica. So all the group winners, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups. Only the group winners advance. And so if we go by CONCACAF standing, Canada, we would say Canada from Group A, right? Group B, we would say Costa Rica. If you're from Trinidad and Tobago, you'd say Trinidad and Tobago, right? But we would say Costa Rica. Group C, we would think like Mexico would make it over Nicaragua. All right. Group D, Bonaire, Honduras, St. Martin, Puerto Rico would say Honduras would make it. We're just going by the senior team standings. Group E, St. Vincent, Haiti, Antigua, Barbuda, and Guatemala would say Haiti or possible Guatemala. Group F has the USA, St. Kitts, U.S. Virgin Islands, Cuba. So would say USA qualify. Group G with Dominica Republic, Aruba, Grenada, Panama. Would say that Panama because they're the highest rank, and then the Jamaica group has Jamaica as the highest rank, so we'd go with Jamaica qualifying. All right, yeah, man. Big up, on. Oh, you mean, man? Yeah, man. That is it, man. We have to get kids to play football for fun, man. Let me just go back to that. Until we can have kids just playing football, like everything doesn't have to be a formal competition, because the first thing you want to do is to reignite a passion for the game. How do you do that? It's just by having kids playing for fun. 3 aside, 5 aside, right? Because too many schools don't play female football. Too many. And so I think that is something that we need to consider doing. And yeah. And that will even help in preparing team, because like I'm saying that the under 20 should be far in preparation. Yeah, man, big up Jason Guna TV. Bless up every time, my brother. Yeah, man, big up yourself. All right. So yeah, so that is it. Jamaica take on St. Lucia. The U20 girls spoke a little bit about the Super Bowl, right? And then I'm going to my 5 takeaways. Yeah, there you go, Triple E. So some people are beating me about the futsal thing. It's the same thing. Listen, I would even go further. I would say even in areas where they have beaches, they can have some beach soccer for women, because that also helps. That also helps. So whatever way we can, we just need to formalize it, right? Like, it's so easy. You think if you had a nice beach and say, listen, you're gonna play female football, five-a-side. You know much women who just play, who can't even play, but would, because there's a prize of 1,000 US for first place. You know how many women would just come out and try to build a team to play so that they could win 1,000 US dollars in these times in Jamaica. It's not a lot of money, you know, for a person to do that. But when a team win 100 and say 150,000 Jamaican dollars, which is the equivalent of 1,000 US, right? And just to play like eight games, and there are 8 of them, you know, they could split up that $20,000 each. There are some ladies who do that. So I'm just saying, let us just get just some football going, wherever we can. Let's put it, even if it's on the streets. Let's play some street football, but let's get more football being played, for fun, and then from there, because of the passion, things can get better, things can improve, and we can probably unearth some more talent. All right, so people, come on, hit the like button, man. Come on, man, hit the like button, please, my friends, my brothers and sisters. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. All right, so here we go. Next thing that I want to talk about, my takeaways from the game. Of course, you can call in, and your opinion and my opinion may not be the same. It is okay. You call in and you share what are your takeaways. So, number one, I think if the pricing structure for the games were better, I think because people long for the football, there would have been a bigger crowd support at both games. Because even at Arnett Gardens, one of the things is that people in the community could not afford the $3,000. And it is not a lot in comparison to when an official game is being played, but a man could pay $1,500 or $2,000 to watch a game at the National Stadium when you have all the big stars in the bleachers. So I think the next time around, if we do like $1,500 for the games, I think the stadiums would be like sold out, because these are just friendly tier 3. So I think Mr. Chung has been, doing a very good job. I mean, if you look at the JFF figures over the last few years, they have had less revenue, but still being able to show great profits. So I think with that kind of mindset, you have to be like the Chinese man wholesale in how you deal with the friendly games. The Chinese man wholesale like sells bulk at a lower price, but sells a greater amount of item than certain other places. And so therefore, by the sheer quantity of items that they're selling, they are making money. They are making faster profit and more profit because they're selling more items at a lower price. I think what we need to do is, if we reduce, if we reduce the cost for the attendance at the game, because to watch the game was $9.99, right? For people online, $9.99, because watching the game on YouTube or watching the game in the stadium is the same game. So if a man who can watch it online is paying $9.99, $9.99 is $1,500. But the man who is actually going to the stadium, who has to drive his car, take bus, take taxi, buy drink, because when you're at your house watching it, you can go to your refrigerator and get a drink. He is paying double what the man who is watching it online is paying. So I think $1,500 would be a good sell across the board. What say you people? What say you? $1,500 across the board, and you'd have like a packed stadium which means more people. Because if you had 10 people at $3,000 in it, that's 30,000. If you have 20 people at $1,500, that's still 30,000. But then with the 20, you're creating a better atmosphere. So that's my first takeaway. We need to do more of these games, and spread them all across Jamaica, but reduce the price so we can pack the stadium. That is my first takeaway because my whole idea is that I see where people long for this. This reminded so many people of 1998, that campaign leading up to 1998, where the national team was being brought about all across Jamaica. And that is what you want to do because when you're doing that, you are now getting the fans back into the game. All right. We have Unseen Sports TV who has joined. So let's hear what he has to say. Go ahead, Unseen.
Thanks, man, for having me. Big up to the persons in the comment section. Big up on yourself. Man, continue to do the good work. Yeah, so you were talking about the price of the price to go into the game, man, and I think it was too hard though. That 3,000, a lot of people complained about it to go into the stadium. I think 1,500 thereabout would be reasonable, and would have more people into the stands. Mr. Stinnett. So I think the 3,000 was very harsh on the fans, and they turned away a lot of people as well. It turned away a lot of people because a Jamaica game playing at Anthony Spalding Complex should have been ram, especially with local players and players that played for Arne Garden and they are at Arne Garden. You understand me? And I think what caused that must be the price to go inside. Must be the price because.
Yeah.
Kimani Arborn or Romeo Guthrie or Awana Brown fan is from Arne Garden.
Well, Richard King.
Richard King fan. He's from Arne Garden.
It's from the community as well.
Right. So you look at it, 3,000 for them to pay. It's gonna be quite hard for their fans in that. Not saying that they don't have fans who have money, but you know what I'm saying, man, to take a 3,000 and to go in, they're not gonna want to do it.
Yeah, and then I'm saying that what is the difference between the person online and the person in the stadium? Because the cost for doing the game to the person who has to go to the stadium is more than the person who watches it online. But the person who watches it online is paying less.
True. As 999, that's equivalent to what? Around $2,700?
999 is like $1,500.
$1,500.
Yeah. Well, also, what I'll go a little further to say, the JPL games are $500 and $1,000.
Sometimes 1,500.
Which when they have double headers.
Yeah. Most of the time, double headers.
Yeah. There's no. Yeah. So 1,500 is for 2 games in the JPL at Arnett Gardens, and it is normally full.
Or sometimes they have a deal like Mumbles and the other deal at the time. With $1,500, you get to come in to watch the Cavalier game free.
Yeah, but it's not really what I'm saying. You're still getting 2 games of 1,500 either way. But if it is one game, you really play $1,000 or $500.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Some of these even on the weekdays, some of the clubs even allow school kids to come to the game for free. So, while there's a cost, like the Montego Bay game, for example, was on
Thursday.
Mm-hmm. So it's $2,000. So if for example,
what was the cost? Oh,
2,000.
No,
no man. What? No man, it's 3,000 for the Arnett game, boss.
Oh, you're talking about JPL game. Okay.
No, the game in Montego Bay had a different price from the game in Kingston, boss.
No, man, is man 3,000.
No, Unseen, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Man is man.
I'm telling you that you're wrong. It is not $3,000, sir.
All right.
The two prices were different, sir.
I sure. When I went up to the ticket booth, the woman told me 3,000.
No, sir.
And I walked away. I walked away, right? Same time, because I never have my accreditation, right? Same time, I saw one of my friends. And I said, Auntie, you know what? You don't have a ticket? I said, no, and you give me a ticket, I'm going.
What? What are you talking about? Unseen. $3,000?
$3,000.
No, unseen.
I'm over it. $3,000. Same price. It never changed. Check it out now.
No, but I'm telling you, it is 2,500.
2,500, them say 2,500, then they announced that 2,500, but at
Yeah, but
3,000.
it's 2,500. How you end up playing?
But you would just tell me 2,000 a while. I know you're gonna 2,500.
No, 2,500. It's a 2,500. It's 2,500.
3 grand.
No,
3
no,
grand, no man.
it was not. No, unseen. No, unseen. You're wrong. You're wrong on the one, unseen. Me not telling you.
No, me not say. No, man. I tell you what the lady tell me at the ticket booth. $3,000. $3,000. That's all money is, man.
No, sir. I'm looking at even the what? Who? Somebody need to tell me that they bought a ticket for the Montego Bay game, and they paid $3,000. Who did that? Who paid $3,000 for a ticket for the Montego Bay game? Who? I need somebody to testify that that is what them pay. We need somebody to testify that is what them pay.
I almost did.
No, but we need somebody to say like I want somebody who went to the Montego Bay game and paid to tell me how much you paid to get in. Because we need to make sure that we bring clarity to this. All right? So you said that you were told $3,000.
Correct.
But somebody gave you a ticket.
Right.
How much did the person pay for that ticket?
I don't know if they paid for it. It was an electronic ticket, so maybe they got it as also. As
Okay.
they were carrying a set of players as well.
Okay, so you're not sure what they paid for the ticket.
No.
Do you know anybody who paid to go to the game in Mobile?
Paid to go in. Paid to go in. If you know anybody. I know a coach that came, but I don't know if he paid neither. Normally, some persons get tickets. I don't know if they paid.
Boss, me just get it again. And them says is 2,500. So I don't know how you 2,500. So I don't know, right? But that's not my takeaway. 2,500 or 3, it should have been 15, and I think if that is what we need to do going forward to get out more people. Because I think, and I was even saying that if you had said $500 for students in uniform for the game in Montego Bay, you'd have gotten a lot of kids from Mobile coming to the game.
They would make more money.
Yeah, that's what I think. Could have and should have happened. All right. So that's one of my takeaway. All right. One of my second takeaway is this.
You see it? Jason Guna confirming it.
Jason said that there was a young lady filming in Mobile and she kept cussing about the $3,000 she spent. Is it spent to go into the game?
Yes, spent to go into the game.
No, you can't say yes and see now. You don't know what Jason Guna talking about me.
All right, ask him then.
You're assuming that it could be taxi, it could be, you understand me? Just at least wait until we get that now.
But she would have mentioned taxi fare for goodness sake. It would make sense.
Hold on. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing well. I want to start by congratulating JSS and their inaugural live stream. And I want to congratulate all who were involved. CC and everyone. When you start something, it's not going to be perfect, in the beginning, but you keep on improving and eventually you'll get there. And many of the problem you guys are talking about pricing and this and that, it has nothing to do with the JFF. It has when you're talking about like the pricing and stuff like that and people are complaining,
yeah,
it has nothing to do with the JFF. It has everything to do.
Explain that to me.
It has everything to do with a psychological problem that we have when it comes to supporting our own.
Really? Explain that to me. Why is it a psychological problem?
From the get-go, you have YouTubers and others who were complaining about the $9.99 that the JFF are charging, and these are the same people who subscribe to the EPL.
But what if they okay, what if they say to you that subscription for the EPL is free, so they don't pay any $9.99? Do you know people who pay to subscribe to that?
Yes, you are people who pay to in America, for example.
No. We're having one conversation. Let's not
go. Yes.
Your issue is, let me say that. Let me go back to your issue is people complain about the $9.99 that they paid, and they are the said people. This is what you said. The said people who subscribe to the EPL. My question to you is, do you know that these people who have subscribed to the EPL has paid $9.99 or below?
I don't know the exact price, but I know I'm in the United States, and I know to watch many of the games that is shown, you have to subscribe to a service like Peacock, right? And even if that costs $1, it's still a subscription. I am making a broader point. This is not secluded to the JSS. It's a cultural problem we have. You management will be selling a T-shirt for $2, and we complain about the price, and we go to a Gucci store and buy the same shirt for $100. We have this is not unique to you. Ask any business person, especially a black business person, about us and how we operate, and they will tell you the same thing. We have a problem.
So let's bring it back. Let's bring it back too, because we can use many examples and things. So let's bring it back. Let's bring it back too. All right. So I see more people saying the tickets in Mobile are $3,000. So you believe that the $3,000 to watch the game in Montego Bay, which is actually less than the cost for the official games at the National Stadium for the grandstand, you believe it was a reasonable amount to charge?
I believe even if you're charging $1, they will still be complaining.
No. All right, so fine. You believe that? Here, let me ask you again.
Because
I say you don't need to explain it, because I'm saying, okay, even if it was free, I am going to agree with you. Even if it was free and people were being given money, they would still go there and complain that they want more money. I'm not arguing that. I am saying I agree with you. So if the JFF said the game was free and every person who come, we're going to give each of them $1 million Jamaican dollars, black people, according to your argument, are still going to complain. So
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
I am saying when it comes down to spending money with our own, we have a problem.
So I am saying, all right, so I'm taking it further, because even if it was $1, they would complain. Right?
Yes.
All right, I am saying to you, I'm going to the extreme. Even if it were free, people would still complain. Even if it were free and they were given money, they would still complain. I am not arguing that. So let's forget about that. Let's get to my point. When Jamaica played the USA, the cost for getting into the grandstand was $2,000 in the bleachers was $2,500 Jamaican dollars. All right, that was in the Nations League qualifiers in last year. Do you remember that? In November.
Yes, yeah.
All right. So you believe, given that that is what was charged for the bleachers at the National Stadium for an official game, right? If people complain about paying $3,000 to watch a friendly, that is an unjustified complaint?
Based on the people involved, yes.
What do you mean by based on the people involved?
Because that's the point I'm making. I am saying the complaint is not across the board regarding pricing. It's not across the board. They do not complain across the board in every area. It depends on who is putting on the event. It depends on who is selling an item. The complaint is based on that.
I don't understand what you mean. I am saying to you, look, listen what I'm saying. Just listen to me again. When the Jamaica Football Federation, the Jamaica national football team, hosted the United States of America in November of last year in a game to qualify for the round of the Nations League, the semifinal stages of the Nations League, people were charged $2,500. Over the weekend, Jamaica played against Trinidad and Tobago in a Tier 3 friendly with domestic-based players, and the cost to attend that game was 3,000 Jamaican dollars. I am asking you if you believe that is an unjustifiable complaint from people to say that the price for these Trinidad games should be lesser given what we pay at the national stadium for official games. That's what I'm asking you.
No, I don't think the complaint is reasonable.
You don't think the complaint is reasonable? Okay.
No, I don't think the complaint is reasonable.
Okay. Based on
I don't think I'm based on again based on the same again. I am kind of broadening out the point a little bit more where it is okay. Lionel Messi comes to Jamaica and they charge $10,000 and they will go and don't complain.
But you're making assumptions.
I am making assumptions based on the people who I know over the years, and I watch all this thing.
Let me tell you. But whatever study you have no factual data to make your point. Listen to me again. The United States of America, with their top players, came to the national stadium. This include Gio Reyna, all of those guys. The Jamaica with Leon Bailey and Andre Blake, all of these guys, the top players for Jamaica. Bobby Reed was not there. They played against the USA at the National Stadium of Jamaica, which is probably the best of all the stadiums we have. The cost for going to that official game was $2,500. Then you have a game that is being played at one of the Premier League venues with only players who are domestic based. It's a friendly game being played against Trinidad and Tobago that is using domestic players. All I'm asking you, right? Why would people not have a reason to complain if when they are going to the official matches with the bigger stars in Europe, they pay less money than when they are going to watch the domestic players? Why would that be not reason to complain? That is what I can't understand. You're saying that they're not supposed to have a complaint. No, we can argue that saying that the price is good, but you're saying that the people don't have no reason for complaint, and that don't make any sense.
So if there's a justifiable explanation, then and they still complain, what would you say?
What is the justifiable? What is the justifiable explanation?
Because the game that they played against USA that would be a sanctioned game by FIFA, right?
Yeah.
And maybe some of those costs are subsidized by FIFA or CONCACAF or some other higher body. You know, maybe when the JFF is putting on this type of game, all of the infrastructure is being supplied and paid for directly by the JFF.
You believe. All right, fine. So you believe then. So let's take your scenario, because you're making a point. You believe that the cost of bringing all your players from Europe, right, putting them in the most expensive hotel, giving them, because when the players come, remember, when you have the players from Europe, their match fees, their travel expenses, their accommodation, their security arrangement, all of those things are way more, right? Way more than when you use domestic players. But then the person says to you then, why then are you charging more for me to watch the domestic players when the expenses for watching these big stars are way more? Because certainly for the team to travel from Montego Bay to Kingston, probably just one flight from Turkey to Jamaica is the same amount of money. Or probably even the flight from Turkey to Jamaica is more than all the travel the team does when they use domestic player. So how do you justify that when a man has that as a reason why he think he should have paid less for the domestic game or the friendly game?
Like I said, the JFF have to explain their cost structure. You know, sunlight has to be shown on the cost structure, because
so that is why if you're going to say that, though, caller, then you cannot then you cannot then want to beat the people. You cannot then want to beat the people for legitimately complaining. I'm not saying the JFF is wrong, you know. I am saying, though, that you are saying that the people don't have a right to complain.
The complaints start when the JFA put out $9.99 for the subscription. That was a problem. Many people didn't want to pay that cost.
But over 2,000 people paid it, though.
Yes, but what I'm talking about, the complaint and
but some of the people who complain probably paid it. It don't mean that they can't complain.
So are you going to eventually turn a profit in anything when you put out a cost, you price something, you explain your cost, and then you get complaints, etc., etc.
What I'm saying, though, listen to me, caller. Listen to me. All right. So, all right. If I say the price is too high, because remember, so the cost was actually $3,000. The person who said it is too high went to the game. The person said, listen, this is too much money. It didn't stop them. They went to the game. The person who said $9.99 is too much to pay, they still paid it.
So what you're saying is that we must ignore people who complain about that price because they're going to pay anyway in the future.
No, you have to listen.
Go ahead.
You have to listen. You know business. You have to be busy. If you right have a product, right? You have a product that you have made. Let's call it the impediment punch, the speech impediment punch. So, all right, the product is called speech impediment punch. You made the product and you say it's for $10 US. All right. I buy the product, all right, for $10 because I need the product. So you have 1,000 of it, but 500 is sold. All right? What I am saying to you is that I can afford it, So I'm going to buy it. Do I complain? But imagine if you had it for $5, and then you didn't even have the supply to meet the demand. Because you're selling greater numbers, it may not affect your profit anyways. That's what the people are saying. The people are saying there could have been an additional 5,000 people at the venue if the price were slashed in half, and it would have been the same or even more in terms of the margin of the profit. But the atmosphere would have been better. And because of that, you're also impacting a fan base that you'd have lost. You are saying that that is wrong thinking. I don't agree with you.
I am not saying it's wrong thinking. What I am saying is that the same thing that you brought up, the same product, if the people are complaining about the cost structure of that product, go and buy a similar product from someone else with the same cost or higher cost, then you have to ask yourself, was the cost the actual problem? Was the cost the actual problem, or is it that these people or this person just for whatever psychological reason expect that they must get this product from me for free or at a very lower cost? There is a difference.
Carla, do you believe that? Do you believe that? Do you believe? Do you believe like? Do you travel?
Not frequently.
Okay, all right. So do you believe that ticket prices are higher? All right. Do you drive?
Yes.
All right. So do you believe that gas prices are high?
Compared to a little bit.
But do you still buy gas for your car?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not that you want it for free, no. You still go and buy it at the price. But it is okay to say it's high.
I agree with you, but let's use your example. Okay, for example, say I go to a particular gas station, and let's use US dollars. It's $3.50 per gallon. I complain about that cost, but I go to another gas station, and it's the same $3.50 per gallon, and I come and I buy it from that gas station. Then it was not the cost. The cost was not the issue. I fundamentally had a problem with the other gas station because I am buying at this gas station for the same cost. But I previously complained about the gas price at another gas station. You understand?
No, you're gone for the
listen, if I complain across the board for at all the gas stations, then I would truly have a problem with the cost. You know what I mean? I would truly have a problem with the cost.
All right, Carl, listen, so you have 20 minutes you're gone, you can't complain, Big up yourself. Thanks for your call, thanks for your input. But I just cut off an next one.
One more thing.
No, man, you should have taken one more thing long time, Carla. You stick for 1 point for 20 minutes. Go ahead, quickly.
I got into another issue with people were complaining about CC. You have YouTubers complaining about CC.
All right. Here's the thing now. Take that argument to the YouTubers who were complaining about CC. Don't bring it to me. Bring it to them. Call their program and talk to them about their complaint about CC. Don't tell me about that. All right? Big up yourself.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So the tickets were actually $3,000. I think the caller is making a different point than I was. Yeah. All right. So the tickets were actually $2,500 pre-sold and $3,000 at the gate. All right. So 2,500 pre-sold, but 3,000. All right. At the gate. So I think that is what Unseen was speaking about. So he was right in terms of that. So if it is the product can only be viewed for $3,000, then the subscription online, because remember this, the subscribers online would have paid $9.99 for 2 games. The person who wants to watch both games in Jamaica, if you would pay a minimum of $5,500 for the 2 games, while the person who would have watched it online paid only $1,500 Jamaican for both games. I think that pricing structure needed to be viewed, because the subscription for the month, the person may not resubscribe. So they're in the same boat as the person. And I'm just saying that this is things to look at. And that's one of the things, because people want this. People want more. People want more of the local football. So I know Mr. Chung will do the right thing the next time around. All right. I think we need to operate with the Chinese philosophy, which is lower in terms of cost, but more in terms of product. In other words, more persons buying the product at a lower cost, and we end up at the same profit margin. That's what I think. Yeah. All right. But maybe there's reasonable explanation, and that I need to get, because I don't know all things. All right. So that's one thing. Secondly, I think players would have missed an opportunity. This is me. All right. Like when you have these opportunities as a domestic player. All right. Hold on. Let me just take. We have online the not Peter Jury, not Champion, not John Champion, but we have online none other than Faith is a cruel mistress. The gazelle, none other than Mr. Tajay CC Brown. Welcome to Iron Sports.
Me feel like I should have leave my government name man before. The people know me as the infamous one. But man, I was saying to you that the name that was presented in front of me and all of the documents, except for that's it, Fuller. That's the name that I saw. So I didn't realize that his name was actually Nakele.
Nakele.
Like,
There's no, yeah.
So the name that was here, and I showed
maybe
you,
the C silent. Yeah, man. Aside. So you're right.
Yeah. Unless it was silent, the Arboin situation. No, it should be Arboin. So I mean, I can apologize for pronouncing.
No, it's just trouble. Because we say barn.
I guess it was in the moment. But the whole comment about the Faith is actually business. It's just that the ball was going off target, and then it was redirected into the back of their own net. So that's just, in unfortunate situations, that's when that statement can be utilized.
Explain to the people why you think like Trinidad Jamaica did not deserve to equalize. Why?
All right. So overall, I think in the first half, Jamaica could have gotten something out of the game, because there was two major big chances that was created by Jamaica, and they never put it away. Then Trinidad hurt them. But in the second half, the passage of play from the Jamaican team was not really, I would say, Trinidad had the better of the Jamaicans in the second half, and Jamaica was a bit disjointed in their pattern of play. So on the basis of that, I was saying, given where the match reached, and I think it was in the 90th minute, it would be reasonable to say Trinidad deserved to go away with a victory. But that's why I would say Faith is cruel in such a...
Okay, so your assessment at that time was based on the time that was left. It's not the overall.
Yes.
Okay, understand.
No, man, it was based on the time that was left.
Yeah. All right.
So it was like for you to draw the game at that moment in time based on what was occurring. Yeah. So it wasn't on the overall game. As I said, on the overall game, you could say Jamaica deserved something out of the game based on their performances in the first half.
Yeah, boss. And you know how this YouTube space is. You can't listen to every critic. You understand me? It's just the way of the YouTube space. So don't be perturbed by it. Just keep
Yeah.
on doing what
Yeah,
you're
man, I
doing
understand,
and
man.
keep on
Because there is
improving. Yeah.
a real thing, man, is, man. I think first, sometimes it's way in which because remember, the color analyst, the person is supposed to try and, like, you're supposed to be out there to entertain, give expert analysis, and educate. So a man can leave the game and say, him understand something that he didn't
Me have a
understand
big
before.
analytical thing to ask you, you know.
But all I know, whatever before you ask a
Go
question.
ahead.
So in terms of that now, there are certain key players that I would have been mentioned the first game before. Like Molino. Molino is the leading goal scorer in the TNT Pro League with 10 goals. And I think Isaiah Lee is on 5 goals. So I was saying the coach opted to not go with those players. And I think Molino is also the leading goal scorer in the current setup that they have, which I think he has 23 goals. So in the second game, the coach decided to sit the player who was the leading goal scorer, similar to what Steve McLaren would have done with the Jamaicans by sitting Warner Brown, who is the leading goal scorer in terms of the Jamaica Premier League. So, like, as I said, maybe I need to give comments on all 23 players or something, but I was giving analysis based on certain key players and the players that I believe could have hurt the Jamaicans or cost or could have carried the Trinidadians to victory.
All right, so you know with Trinidad, right? It's Trinidad and Tobago.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you have to part of the thing, like you always have to say, like you have to add the Trini and the big, because when you say Trini, Dardians, you're just speaking about the people from Trinidad. You know that though.
I
So
understand.
people
So
say
Trinidad and Tobago.
No, right. That's why if you look at the team, they call it. I think they call them the Trinbago Night Riders or something like that. They were called this time because they had to merge both part of the country, which is important. All right, but you also would say that Kyle Ming of Mount Pleasant has played every single minute.
In the for Mount Pleasant, that's what I saw. That's the statistics that they had. 22 games, 90 minutes. That's on the JPL website.
Really?
Yeah, it says 22 games and 90 minutes per game. So
for Kyle Ming, check it again. No, boss. That's not correct.
No, our man is man. I'm going to send you the document. I'm going to send it.
I'm just saying to you, I'm just saying to you that because remember, Kyle Ming even got when Mount Pleasant and Cavaliers play, Kyle Ming did not play at Draxall.
Well, I guess at the time I should have just said 22 games. He played 22 games, 90 minutes on average for the 22 games that he played. Right. And I think it was the same with him. How many games have been as well?
How many games have been played in the Premier League? You know that?
I think it was at least it's 23 games now. But the last time prior to the match, possibly 23 games, man. So if I made a mistake in that.
Yeah, but you understand me?
I guess it was up onto the point. I should have said he has played 22 games, and all the games he has played he played 90 minutes.
Divide this, all right? 1889. Jason Guna just put it in. Divide that. 1889 divided by 90.
Divided by 19?
90. Because it's 90 minutes, and then you'll figure out, yeah. So he's not played every game because they have played 24 games so far in the. Isn't 24? Hold on, let me see. Right? No. Yeah. So far, 22 games have been played in the league. So when you divide that,
all right. So hold on. It's something there.
1889 divided by 90.
1889 divided by 90. You said 21.
All right. So he has not played all games. Same thing with King. Because remember,
no,
King.
I didn't say Richard King. I didn't say Richard King. I was only speaking about Ming and Trinidad from
And
Okay,
I think the man will be the player.
okay, right. So just that, but those are just small things still, because I think you did a good job. So you understand me? Yeah.
It maybe because I saw at the time that I saw it, it said 22 games and average 90 minutes. Because I think at the same time when I was looking for Molino and I saw where Molino then did that. But I think, as I said, on the JPL website, but I stand corrected, man, if that is the case where he just played 21
Yeah,
and stuff.
man.
Where the stuff right there? Hold on, I'm gonna look. Cause there's something with the player.
I'm telling you, he missed one game. He didn't play in the Cavaliers game at Draxall. So that's the only game that he has missed.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what happened. He said 21 games.
Yeah.
Well, I think 21 games. I think Trinidad was the 22 games. On average, in play 90 minutes. That's why I was saying when he plays, what they say the restructure can be when he plays the full 90. So I guess he didn't play the Mount Pleasant game because he wasn't a part of the squad. When he plays the full 90. So that's the point I was trying to come
You also said he played the full game in the first game, and he didn't. You also said Kyle Ming played the full game in the first game, but he didn't. He was taken off late in the game. And Rabino Garden came on late in the game because he went down. Yeah. But listen, that's yeah.
To be honest, though, man, I understand. Remember, I understand it's a familiarity breed contempt, So I mean, not necessarily you, but there are certain persons who are familiar with me, and then you see if a man is like it's come off like this. For example, you probably if you don't know, but I say no, you're not too familiar.
No, well, on Mindset Media, boss. Me don't tell CC him do good already. Him bother with the criticism. Me not beat CC have a birthday, man. CC will beat me. Me not be too hard still, but yeah, that's
so as I said, no, I take those things. As I said, I could have just stated that he has played 21 games and on average he's played 90 minutes. So for every game that he has played this season, he has played the 90 minutes. So I could have just stated it, reworded it that way. But as I said, management, I tell you, familiarity, as I said, read contempt. There are some persons, I don't tell you, every criticism is criticism, but I'm telling you, some persons come in with the intention of criticizing. They come in with the intention of you seeing you fail. You understand what I mean? I say, like, them come in, from them hear your name, them and say, oh, you're going to fail. It's no good. You understand what I mean? I say, but at the end of the day, I understand. And I take it. Just like I would go and criticize a player. Yeah.
There you go. But because you're very hard when it comes on to the players, so you have to understand that a little bit of this is it. But one of the things I would say though is that, like, even with the broadcast, you have to make sure that when you guys are doing like the replay, you guys are not talking, because there's a time when a replay was going on and you were talking while the replay was going on. So I don't know if both sets of people are in the same area. You understand me?
I think that's I understand what you're saying right there.
Because you're over talking. I think Simon was there at the time, so you guys are over talking, and then the replay was still giving the commentary, so you were hearing both sounds, and it was a little bit confusing. But give us your overall analysis of the game and player who stood out to you over the two legs.
So may I say, my overall analysis of the two games, I think a couple players who, as I said, acquitted themselves not too bad. And you can see there's a difference when you're playing league football and you're playing international football, irrespective of if you want to say the opponents are not playing in the highest leagues. But once you're playing international football, there's a little bit more added pressure because there are persons looking at you to say, oh, you're not good enough, and there are persons looking at you as well to say, oh, we would like to see this player because we want to know if he would fit into the A team first, quote unquote, the A team, right? So I think with that, there's an added pressure because you're going out there trying to impress the coach and trying to put on a display where you could be continuously picked. So I think with that, some of the players you could see the nervousness, especially that there was, I think, 13 debutants in the squad. So you could see a bit of nervousness. I think in Warner Brown, you saw that a bit of nervousness. But I think after a period of time, if he continues to do well in the local league and possibly even getting a transfer outside of the league, then you know that his opportunity will come again. But in terms of the overall play, I think when the coach made the substitution in the first game, I saw when the game was playing at a much faster pace, the Jamaicans looked the much better opponent, the much better team in that phase of play. But in the first couple minutes, you could see that it was a little bit pedestrian. But I could see where there's like a system where the coach is trying to emphasize playing out from the back. They see every time the Jamaicans get the ball, whether the Trinidadians are pressuring the Jamaicans, they're still trying to play the ball from out the back. It almost cost them with the goalkeeper, Jamal Wade, giving away possession. But even if he almost gave away possession, that they still were trying to play out at the back, which I think that is what the coach wants. Like build up play, transition from defense to the middle of the park to the attacking third. I think in the final third though, there was some of the play that you would think that there should be some more better crosses or better delivery in terms of getting the ball into the box, into players at their feet or even aerial plays. But I think overall, I think Christopher Ainsworth, he did well when he got his opportunity. I think he looks technical. He looks technically sound. He looks well going forward. I think the coach probably, in my opinion, if I was the coach, I would probably have an eye on him, especially that he's young and he's continuously developing. But I wouldn't say, for me, I give it like 6.5 out of 10 because the experience is new to a lot of the players and in some phases. I think we played 90 minutes of good football. That is the second half of the first game and the first half of the second game.
Okay, so do you believe like any player outside of Christopher Ainsworth did enough for the coach to say this man should be in the squad going forward?
I think outside of Christopher Ainsworth, the other player that I was looking at was even in the centre back position. I think Fitzroy Cummins. But for me, it's the senior team, the A team, as I say, in the squad going forward, it's kind of difficult with, I think, the quality of players that are in the squad right now, management. But that's why I was saying, but I see where in the fullback areas, it has gone to earth, we have gotten earth in the fullback areas and the fullback department in recent times. So I think that was the area which I was most critical of. That's why I ended up looking at the player I think Ainsworth. I think Ming too. I think Ming distinguished himself. I think so. If I'm really picking two players, I would think Ming and Ainsworth. Outside of who would have already been around the squad in terms of Shaquan Davis and Richard King. So I would mention those players because I think they would have been around the squad and I think they also acquitted themselves very well.
What about Joshua Anglin? Seeing that many people have been saying that Jamaica has a issue at the CDM. There was Joshua Anglin, Sule McCullough, Shamar Watson from Cavaliers. Those were the players. Demario Phillips, those were the players deployed in that. Any of those players in that position, you think yeah?
Yeah, so, I mean, when I look at, I think Joshua Anglin, but as I said, because he's been with the team since recently, I wanted to stay away from those players who would have gotten an opportunity separate and apart from this opportunity management. So that's why I didn't really necessarily bring up his name. But I see where he was he was doing well. I think with even the number 3 was Jackie Sule Makala. Basically, it looked like the coach had told him to man-mark Sule at that point, and I think Anglin would have stepped back a bit and eased some of the pressure off Makala. So I think he had a good, decent game in the middle of the park. But as I said,
there are some of the other players that can see that it is new to them and it is international football. And I think I wouldn't, as I said, that's why I'll give them 6.5 out of 10. But for me, the two players I would look to outside of like Anglin, as I said, Richard King and Davis and those guys is Ainsworth and Ming, the right back and the left back.
All right. Who like, you know, like they disappointed you? Like, you don't believe like this player really, they should have done a whole lot more given the chance that they had? Any player or any couple of players?
I think there's a couple of players. For example, I think I saw from Chanel Thomas when he came on in the first game at Montego Bay. I thought he would have that would have propelled him into the starting lineup for the second game. But when he got his opportunity to start, I didn't see the same player that I saw in the first game. So I think I was quite disappointed by his performance in the second game, as opposed vis-a-vis performance in the first game, because I thought he created some opportunities where the Trinidad defense had to basically be on their toes. So Warner Brown, as I said, I feel a bit disappointed because I said he's the leading goal scorer in the local league, and I saw some moments where he could have made a better decision, like his decision making could have been better and would have resulted in an opportunity for the Jamaicans. So for me, Warner Brown and who else? I thought there was like a disappointed. The backline for me was okay. I don't necessarily have much disappointment around here.
A lot of
But
people,
it's more,
because I noticed you're avoiding this name. You haven't mentioned the name any at all, but you.
No, I was. Oh yes, I'm going to mention this name now. Tyree Maggie. I believe, but I think it's. I don't want to say it is much fitness or else, but it just did not look. I was quite disappointed management. I don't know if it's because he hasn't played quite a number of matches and he has looked rusty. He doesn't look sharp because he doesn't look sharp. But I'm just thinking that a player who would have been in and around the squad a lot outside of Richard King, I think and Jamali Wade, he would have had the most caps in the team as well. He would have been more seen to a lot of the other players.
No,
so
Richard King. Richard King has the most caps.
No, I was saying outside of Richard King.
Yes.
Who was, I think, 22 at this time. I think outside there. So I'm saying the players who had the most caps would have been Richard King, would have Jamali Wade, and he would have him, Tyree Maggie.
Yeah.
So I think he would have been one of those players to step up because he would have already had opportunities at this level and know what it is like to be playing in an international fixture. So I think with that being said, as well as you were a late addition, so it's like, it's not like you were initially picked, But when the coach found out you were a late addition, but because of your quality, the coach would have just added you late. When he realized that you were available to be selected. So I'm thinking, with that being said, and you started the first game, I was quite disappointed in what he displayed to us. I think he made up for it by, that opportunity in the second game, which eventually led to the goal. But I think overall his performance was not convincing.
All right. So,
and Demario Phillips, for me, was a good impact for their coming off the bench and coming into the team. But as I said, management, it's when you play a certain position, it's very difficult for you to propel yourself up to the senior A team because, as I said, certain positions are much more. I don't think you have to, the quality that is in
what
certain
position?
areas of the pitch.
All right, let me ask you this.
We
can't even say senior team. When all the players are available, which is
when all the players are available,
which area you think like we need to plug? Like, is it center back? Is it right back? Is it left back? Is it in the middle of the park? Is it central striker? Is it wide areas? And
I was saying right back.
Yeah.
I would say right back, left back. I think the full back area, when all the players are available, we need to plug those areas, the full back areas. Right back, left back. When all the players are available also, I think we need to fix the forward line in terms of the forward line up, the front three, right back, left back, and the middle of the park. But as I said, when all the players are available, the front three, I think it speaks for itself. We have Leon Bailey, Demarai Gray, Ronaldo Cephas. So I think that kind of speaks for itself up front with all the players available, right? In the middle of the park now, I think there's a space where you can plug in terms of in to partner with Isaac Aiden or if you are like a John Russell, but I think it's much more difficult for you to make the forward lineup or the middle of the park. The definite areas I would think, in my opinion, are the right back and the left back areas. Because I've seen where we have gotten hurt on quite a number of occasions, and it has come from those specific parts of the field.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good assessment. Well, we didn't. Some players were not seen. Nathaniel Howe, Malik Howell, Benjamin Williams, Joshua Grant. Yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts? It's just that the way the game is, or you think that everybody should have played? How do you have anything to add where that is concerned?
All right. So where that is concerned, I think it was like the intensity of the game. Because sometimes, because it wasn't official friendly, because after you start make certain amount of changes, then it can't be registered as an official friendly. So I mean, I would have expected that I think Malik Howell and even Nathaniel would have gotten an opportunity to come on and show what they can do. But you know, there's going to be other opportunities, management. I would hope. This is where hope comes in. Yeah, as opposed to vis-a-vis fate. But based on how the match was going, you can know that the coach wanted to get back something that did not want to leave without even a draw result. So I think the coach never opted to give up on the match and just throw cards onto the winner and play everyone. So I think it's just the way the game panned out. If the game would have been a little bit more comfortable for the Jamaicans, I think you would have seen all of those players that you would have mentioned.
Okay. All right. So I mean, you think like this is something that we should do more of?
Yes, to me, man, I think this is something that we kind of have to have like I don't know how they're going to do it or how they will structure it, but something that we need to do more of in terms of having a group of players that we know that, you know, in any given point in time, because I think, as I said, familiar when the players them play together and the more they play together, then you know that chemistry and some of these players possibly based on their performances in their domestic league might end up going overseas, and then you know that additional exposure to even much more quality, which can only bowl well for the regular boys when everybody is available. So I think something like this, the way which they structure it though, is necessary going forward.
Yeah, and finally, Robinho Garden, young right back. I think he's the youngest player that was in the squad. Yeah, and then Ronaldo Biggs, who no one got to saw. He unfortunately was injured. Fuller came in, and I thought did well in the minutes that he got. But just talk to me a little bit about Robinho Garden. He came on late in both games, as a right back. Via Phoenix player. Did you see enough of him to assess his input?
I saw, like he came on, as I said, late in both games. I didn't really think he got enough minutes for me to give like adequate analysis of what he did in the Jamaica games, but he didn't look out of place. I think more opportunities, as I said, should come to him because he's young. He's a young player. He's a talented player, and he just needs to keep his head up, continue to do well for his club that he's playing for now, possibly even if he secures a move. And the opportunities will come, but I don't think he had enough time for me to say, give a direct or proper expert analysis on what he did.
Yeah. All right, CC. So people, there you go. You have heard from the lead analyst on the JFF Live commentary of the two games, the two friendlies between Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. He goes by the name the Gazelle, CC. Fate is a mistress. Man, but his government name is none other than the mighty Tajay Brown, former Clarendon College student who is in the field of accounting. So CC, thank you for your time and have a blessed rest of the day, my brethren. Keep up the good work and don't mind the criticism. If you don't you don't want to be criticized, my friend, be nothing, do nothing, say nothing.
Yes, all right. Thank you, man, and bless up to all of the viewers and everyone that checked in and watched the Jamaica
Oh,
game. No? Respect.
Jason, before you go, Jason is asking you, who was born?
It was our boy, our boy, our boy, our boy.
All right, my boss.
But
Bless up
anyway,
yourself.
people, don't worry yourself. I will remember to enunciate the player's name quite more, properly. So
what can enunciate? What can enunciate?
Enunciate.
Hey, when I tell them, you have to give the people the spelling of them right there, man. Understand me? I'm telling you, because
that's what I was saying. The enunciation of the player's name did not come out the way I wanted it to. So I will just work on that. So
okay. Like I think, I don't know if it is the same word, but because it starts with an E, is that word? Is it enunciate? But I say isn't it enunciate?
Enunciate, yeah, enunciate.
Oh, I thought you said E, like you were saying it with an I. But that's a check still.
No, enunciate. It's an E-N-U-N-C-I.
You guys kept on, and your fellow commentator
A-T-E.
Was talking about
who's who?
Hopsides. Who is Hopsides?
So Hospedales. Darnell Hospedales from Montego Bay.
Oh, I guess the other commentator was says Hopsides.
It's Darnell Hospedales from Montego Bay.
All right, Mr. Gravitas.
I feel like we're not grade 1.
Big up yourself, yeah, Mr. Gravitas. You bless up, Big up yourself.
Well, we had so much synonyms. All right, big up.
Cool. All right, that was CC for you. Big up Eagle Republic. Eagle Republic says, I watched Shamar Nicholson yesterday for club Tijuana, and I keep wondering why we don't have more players in the Liga Mix. Folks keep forgetting that Liga Mix is even ranked higher than Russia. Yeah. Obsidales. All right, Duckland, the English teacher. Lord have mercy, you know what I mean? Hey, YouTube brutal, You know what is so funny? That some of the people who criticize the most, they can't take criticism, As just being on YouTube, I get a lot of criticism, and you have to just learn over time to be able to deal with it because you're out there. But a lot of people who give it out, they can't take it, They can't take the criticism, they can't take the kickback. So we must be very careful. All right. But big up to CC and Christopher, Zidane, Matthews. They were the men on commentary yesterday. You understand me? Like I said, we have something big happening later today when the Jamaica U17 will be going up against the St. Lucia U17 in the CONCACAF U17 Championship. This is the qualifiers for the U17 World Cup. Yeah. You know that if me no say so, it no go say no people. You know what say people in my teeth, my quote. Listen to me song it says. Yeah, I am sure sports that we sure about when we say, you understand me? Eh? If we're not sure, we're not say it. I mean, the man them run got mish that time. I think the man them start say, if I not miss say so, it no gossip. Big up, bad boy side. Me I tell you, bad boy side. Out and running. My friend Simon Preston, Simon is a good youth, people. Yeah, man. Good youth. Good youth, Simon. Good youth. You understand me? Yeah, man. Bless up yourself, Simon. Through his work, he has brought about some meaningful changes to how things are done with the Jamaica senior men's team. So big up yourself, Sir Simon Preston. Keep up the good work and keep doing good, my boss. And in the long run, you'll reap great rewards. You understand me? Be you, be true to you. All right? Yeah, man. People, so we have to run right now because we have something that we're coming back to do. later today. That's very important. So I'm going to go right now. I want to thank every single one of you. At this point, we have over 106 people on the live. Appreciate that. We still don't have 100 likes yet on the video. We are at 86, which means we need 14 more to get it to 100. All right. Can you please do that? Please. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hit the like button. Yeah. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. And I know that listen, even the people who, because you want to comment, you subscribe, and then when you finish, you unsubscribe. Blessings every time. You understand me? Don't know why you do it? Because it would mean that it's not about the content, because you come on and comment. It's really a personal thing. Listen, harbor no ill will against anybody. All right? Support Jamaica and Jamaicans who are doing the right thing, even if you don't agree, they are doing the right thing. Big up and bless up to every single one of you. I will be joining you back later. I am Management. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And as usual, when it gets to this point of the show, we say, we are over and we are out of here.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New Erdis, the body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Orchard-Race, Galtigo Bay, everywhere. I Am Sure Sports, check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like? Ha, yeah. Someone on for the food from we young, from we day, you need height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.